We're recording?
Any good show
My
starts off with fart
God.
talk.
Yes, well, we're not going to start. Well, I guess we already have, but that is The Road, the Stage. Peter Michaels.
Patrick Bateman, when was the last time we were in this room together? It feels like it's been a while, right?
Because the last few have been with guests at Bose, right?
At Bose.
Is that what we're talking
about?
about?
I feel like it's been forever since we've been
Yeah, it's been a
in
wild,
this cozy little conflict.
wild few months. Indeed.
Has been, yes. You good?
It's been crazy. Yeah, I'm good. I'm almost ready for summer to be over, if I'm being honest.
Don't even get
It's
me
a weird
started.
thing, right?
Don't even get me started. I hate wishing it away, but it's just a gong show. It's a
Yeah.
complete fucking gong show.
We just had Red Deer's answer to the Stampede Westerner days last week. I did not get to attend a single moment, but you were there quite a bit, right?
Yeah.
Spending your afternoons there with the station.
Day job keeps me there in the afternoons, and man, the beer gardens, you missed out on that because
Yeah,
it was
I heard
by
that was the
far and
best
away
thing.
the highlight
Yeah.
of the days for sure.
Bit different this year, Westerner days? Look a bit different?
A little
I heard
different.
it looked
a little different. Now, you know what? Here's the deal. I have no idea what goes into it and the deals and the makings of this, so I'm not going to complain because it's pretty easy to sit and make judgments from far away, but you just don't know. But yes, there were definitely fewer rides than before. Fewer food options. Not as many. It just wasn't as much there.
But more access and more variety on the booze end of things. The entertainment.
So again, when you look at the bands that they brought in, was pretty phenomenal. Core Blend, Billy Talent, Alan Doyle.
Mm-hmm.
The beer gardens, which Bose Bar and Stage helped out at, was amazing. So they had like the Static Shift and FKB and a whole bunch of other bands there.
Right.
Was really, really well done. So from an entertainment standpoint, like I thought everything was
Cool.
fantastic. And I don't do rides, so I don't care if there's two or three less
fair enough.
rides.
So you only saw the one show, or did you see many?
So unfortunately, just because it was such a swamped week, I saw Billy Talent
Mm-hmm.
on Thursday
opener.
night. No opener. They just get right into it. And here's the deal again.
Did they start at 8?
Just a little after, like
Oh, wow.
maybe 10 after 8, which
Okay.
was kind of early. You figured there would be.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know the ins and the outs of everything. It just seems like it would make sense to pull that show out of the arena and put it in. They have an exhibition hall that holds about 1,500 to 2,000 people.
Yeah.
And I think that's right around the size of the crowd for Billy Talent.
That would be like packed house show.
Then
Is
it's
that what you
packed.
mean?
So Ben actually said during the show at one point, because the crowd was into it.
Yeah.
Crowd was definitely into it and it got noisy. But Ben did say at one point, he's like, I was a little nervous at the start because you're playing to a building that holds 8,000
Yeah.
and you're not quite near that capacity. It does take away from the show a little bit.
Totally.
So yeah, Ben did acknowledge that at one point, but he talked about the crowd kicking ass, and they did. And there's chairs on the floor, which is a little odd for Billy
Like
Talent.
all the way up?
The entire floor was
Up to
chairs.
the stage?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. Which is fine for Corb and probably fine for Alan Doyle,
Yeah.
but doesn't necessarily work on the Billy Talent end of things. But whatever. Still, they put
They're
on
doing an acoustic set.
it might as well have been.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I did not. Yeah, like I said, I did not get out to Westerner days. I was really hoping to catch that Core Blend show, but time would not allow. But we did have we had a big week at Bose last week. We kicked off Monday with Tara Lightfoot, which was very, very cool.
She's incredibly talented.
Holy shit,
and
man.
What a guitar player.
Yeah. Guitar, voice, her band was super, super tight. Ryan was mixing the sound, and I think he was almost happier than I've ever seen him. And then Big Sugar on Wednesday night. So Gordy Johnson's return to Red Deer was, I'd say, a success.
Super success. And I think, now correct me if I'm wrong, Ryan, you might know, maybe not, like, that's the first time I've ever seen Big Sugar as a trio.
Yeah.
Which was like super. And that's the one comment that I had come back to me the most was how good they sounded as a trio.
So their keyboard player was their drummer's wife, and she got COVID.
Oh,
before.
God.
That's how that played out.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Well, I definitely didn't miss that. So that's it was loud. It was very loud.
And I would assume the same thing with like Tara's guitar playing and Gordy's. Like Gordy could have not sang a note that whole song and just played guitar for 3 hours, and I would have been.
Oh, it was amazing. So amazing.
Fine
Yeah, it
with
was
that.
very cool. Very cool.
Cool little fact about Tara's band. I thought this was pretty interesting, and I found this out way later in the night. Do you remember that "Going for a Rip" song that came out?
Yeah.
So her bass player wrote that song.
Oh, okay.
He's from Northern Ontario, and he waited till the very end of the night. He's like, I don't know if this is a thing that you'll be impressed with, or maybe you'll think less of me, but I'm like the father of that song. And I was like, wow, that's wild.
That's crazy. He seemed like a fun time.
He was. We went to the VAT after.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Got into it for sure.
Yeah. No. They were really, really cool band. So we've had shows all the time. We're kind of feels like we're entering a couple weeks off.
Does seem like a little bit
Or is it just
quieter,
a
but it's
week?
not, like, honestly, it's not much at all because we're right back into, we've got Big Wreck and Biff Naked coming to Red Deer, Black Pistol Fire is
Black
coming
Pistol Fire.
towards August, Crash Test Dummies, and then a whole bunch more, like a White Horse announced for October. Classified, I think, is October.
Yep, that is true. Monowhales in October.
September. Yeah.
29th.
Yeah.
Rural Alberta Advantage.
Yeah, I mean, it's not stopping.
No.
The
That's
fall
for,
is always
for goddamn sure.
Which
the
is
fall
good.
is always an onslaught.
Yeah, it will be fun. Now, we don't officially have a guest this week on the road the stage, but as you can hear, a third voice for really the first time in the production booth, Ryan Kuly, one of our two hardworking producers. But Ryan had a very special weekend. Is that right, Ryan?
Yeah, I got to OBS played their first hometown show in Saskatoon in 3 years. We did a free show at the SaskTel Center. Thousands of people.
Did you get an
I don't know
official
actual
count?
number. There was 15,000 tickets given away, and I would have to guess probably 10 and a half showed up.
Okay.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
It was, unlike anything I've experienced as a musician.
It's
It was
So this is
insane.
3 days later, and I imagine still feeling a high off of
yeah,
that.
I just replay some
Yeah.
things in my brain.
But it is just like kind of like what I talked about with Billy Talent, right? Inside the Centrium, and it's like a good crowd, a loud crowd. I don't want to downplay that at all whatsoever, but it's not anywhere near capacity when you've got a building. And I don't know exactly what SaskTel holds, but I don't think it, like, obviously must be 15,000 would have been max.
Yeah. So it was when I looked out into the crowd. It's like I'm missing about 4 or 5 sections in the top bowl and like maybe 2 sections in the bottom bowl, right? Like opposite to the stage.
Yeah.
But like anything past a certain amount of people, it doesn't fucking matter anymore. Like if I look out into the crowd and I can't see the end of the crowd,
Yeah.
that's a
So
cool
what is
feeling,
it? Is
you
it
know?
more the visual of looking out and just seeing the sea of people, or is there a bigger pop from the noise they're making coming back at you?
the crowd volume is insane because it shakes your chest. You know what I mean? When the crowd is so loud, it like resonates in your rib cage. Like,
Yeah.
you don't get to experience that very often.
Yeah, we know.
So it was something. And like OBS has some very diehard, crazy good fans in Saskatoon.
and a hometown show. I mean,
Yeah, and if you think so, they started 2004, I think was the start for One Bad Son in Saskatoon.
Yeah.
So they've had a lot of people in the hometown that have been with them for
yeah.
a very long time.
And it was a free show.
It was.
And you guys
and it
had a
was,
couple other acts, right?
Yeah, Broken Love, and Whale and the Wolf, longtime friends of ours, friends of the show. I've known Brandon and Ryan and some of those guys for the better part of a decade now
Yeah,
from
that's
just
wild.
touring. So it was good. It was also Rock 102's 20th anniversary as well. So
Yeah.
just like a good vibe for celebration from all parties, I guess.
So I didn't notice this as much when you and One Bad Son played at Bose a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. But what is your eye contact like while you're on stage? Are you do you know what you're doing up there?
A little bit, yeah. I tend to like bang my head a lot. So
So you're not locking eyes with one audience member and making them uncomfortable.
sometimes
Okay.
where it's called, but I try and you just like look over top of everybody's
yeah.
head at the back of the wall.
I
So,
saw-
you know what I mean?
yeah.
You're looking out.
I saw a life pro tip the other day about when someone on stage and you're an audience member is staring at you and you only, because it happens a lot, right?
Right.
They probably don't even know it. But you know, the best move if it's making you uncomfortable is basically do a, what are you looking at?
Yeah.
And
There
it
you go,
breaks them
yeah.
out of it while they're on stage mid performance.
It's different rules though for like playing an instrument as opposed to, because the singer wants to lock eyes, right? You want to have that contact, so it's different for a singer.
Definitely, yeah. And Shane's really, really good at it. Like, definitely had the crowd right in it.
I think it depends who you ask too. I don't think anyone's accused Maynard of ever making eye contact with a fan at a Tool show.
Well, and very true. Like, and I think back to the Future Island show.
Yeah.
With that eye contact was great, but it was almost like
Threatening.
mesmerizing, threatening,
Yeah,
hypnotizing.
While he's beating his chest with
Yeah.
immense force.
And there's a couple times during that Future Island show too where I can see him doing the same thing. Like, he's not looking at anybody specifically.
Yeah.
He's looking through everybody, right?
Yeah.
It's, it's cool perspective.
Well, you played the show. It looked fucking crazy.
It was wild.
3 months ago, we had Cancer Bats, Comeback Kid, Misery Signals at Bose, and I had some good friends out staying with me in Red Deer for that show.
Yep.
Steven Jerica. And that was a big week for you then because you had just gotten back to Red Deer from a few days in the studio down in Calgary at OCL with One Bad Son, right?
Yep.
Now, it was late at night. Things were a little hazy, but do you remember talking to us about your cup?
Filleth over.
Your cup was full.
Yeah.
You were on top of the world at the time. Now, fast forward 2.5, 3 months, and you've got to do something that you've never been able to do before, maybe never expected.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to put into words. I'm not going to lie. Like, feeling what I was feeling then, it's no longer a cup, it's a jug.
It's
I don't know.
officially a chalice.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm still like, it'll take a couple days to digest.
Yeah.
You know, still.
You sign anything?
Yeah, we signed a bunch of old drum skins and sold them.
That's sick.
Signed a bunch of other shirts and everything else too.
God damn.
Now, we also, before you took off, we had talked a little bit as well, and you were like, no drinks before this show. Did you hold true to that?
No.
I didn't think it.
No, I didn't.
That there's no way possible.
No, we actually were all on pretty good behavior, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I saw Kurt had his kids side stage.
Yeah.
It looked like a nice little family
The green
affair.
room was quite the party. We had everyone's close friends and family in the green room. So it was good. It was a lot of cool support, and it's like everybody's pumped for you. But yeah, we got in the Woodford a little bit, Shane and I.
And then so
Maybe
this
so,
is
more
this
so.
is now like show what 3 or 4 with them or
It's
no?
just
3.
that would be show 6 total because I was doing some stuff with them before COVID.
Right. But this year, like in 2022, that was number 3.
Yeah. That was number 3.
You did that Burlington Sound of Music Festival.
Yeah, we got a little stretch of shows with the Tea Party in a couple weeks.
Right.
And that'll round out the summer, and then kind of get the songs wrapped up and then make a new plan.
There you
See
go.
where it goes from there.
Well, congrats, man. I mean, it's crazy in the last year and a half of doing the road the stage to see where your activities lie.
Momentum is rolling.
And fun to watch what that show meant. I mean, obviously to One Bad Son, but even the Whale and the Wolf guys,
Yeah.
who also have worked Saskatoon really, really hard and played there a lot. It was very great to see how that show affected them as well. And, and Broken Love also on the bill.
Yeah, and they played great. They were just good people to have around for it.
I think I know one person who's devastated that they weren't there. It's the guy who's seen One Bad Son how many times? 21?
Yeah.
No, like add a 0 to that, maybe.
Okay.
A lot of times it was pretty soul crushing.
Did you have any friends that
we
went out?
had other plans? There was one. So we have what's affectionately known as the Red Deer crew.
Right.
That, you know, there was just that whole, and we've talked about it before, that whole kind of 2012, 2014 era in Red Deer. Really, the music scene just kind of jumped and popped, and One Bad Son was right at the forefront of that. And there's a whole bunch of us that just kind of became friends around that.
Yeah.
But yes, I know for sure my cousin Cranny made the trip out.
Cool.
I think was
He's your cousin?
well, through marriage, and it's a long
Neat.
jump. It's a
He
story.
was, yeah,
it's
he
a story.
was there. He
Prairie
had
cousin?
a great time.
Yeah, not quite. And drove back which I've done before too. Made the trip out
Yeah.
for a show and then just turned around and came right back. He talked about sleeping in
He
Provost.
slept in his van in Provost. It's a weird thing when you drive back. We used to happen to us on tour all the time. There's no gas stations.
gas.
open.
Oh, right.
So you either got to if you drive a pickup, put a jerry can in your truck,
Yeah.
or get to Provost or Coronation and sleep in the parking lot till 6 a.m. And
Yeah,
Is
we
there
get
even a
gas.
sign that says that? Like
No.
no gas for
no, the first time it happened to us,
Fuck.
I think we might have fucked the show up for us because we were supposed to get back and
That's crazy.
I did
in
the
a
same thing.
parking
I had
lot.
no idea. So I used to go out, and from Saskatoon, but even go out to Provost. I used to DJ weddings out there all the time too, and no idea. And I got back into Stettler, I think at like 7. I had to wait until 7 in the morning for the fast gas to open up
Yep.
in Stettler before you get any fuel.
Unreal.
It's crazy to go that far, and you go through some towns. It's not
Yeah.
like you don't go through any towns.
No, but it's a ghost town when it's the middle of the night.
Yeah.
There was also a weird chunk of highway. It's been years since they've done any of the highways like east of Provost, but there was a whole section where they had just torn the highway completely apart. It was no longer there, and they just pilot you through a field. So that was weird and unexpected.
Welcome to roads in Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
Was there did you guys like I mean, I can imagine you wouldn't pass up the opportunity, but you personally invited the Pope to the show, right?
He sold out the stadium.
I was gonna say you guys weren't pegged to open at Commonwealth.
No,
for that?
not
Huh.
for that, unfortunately.
Interesting.
Missed the memo.
Interesting. And you didn't invite him to the show. I would have fired him a quick DM.
I lost his contact info.
Oh, okay. All right.
Maybe they were fixing those
It's
Saskatchewan
just at
roads.
the Pope.
Just at Pope.
Yeah, at Pope.
They were working on Saskatchewan roads for the
papal apology. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
So how many is it? He sold out Commonwealth doing the mass. Is that where he was?
I know it was there.
Commonwealth Stadium.
So how many people is that?
Pretty close to 60, I would think.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
really,
I
60,000 people?
I know for concerts, I think it's pretty close to 60.
Yeah.
Went and pretended like they understood Latin. Is that how it works?
Yeah, it's weird play. And he has that weird golf cart thing that they bring him in on.
Oh yeah, the Pope Mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's actually they don't carry him in.
No, not anymore. That's a whole. That was like they had to get rid of that before cancel culture really took into effect for sure. Yeah, interesting. Anyways,
It was a weird weekend. So there was all of that going on.
Yeah.
Plus Edmonton also there was a freedom rally, which I'm not sure exactly what they were rallying against, but there was a freedom rally, and then there was also a nude bicycle rally.
I did see
and
that.
all three of those kind of collided at the same time.
Interesting. Wow. Lots going on.
Yeah, true that. I'd love to see the naked bike rally or whatever the hell it was called.
What are they rallying for?
Freedom for nudities.
Nudity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to rally for something.
Something like that. Anyways, nothing like riding a bike with nothing on a warm summer day.
Exactly.
All right. Well, Ryan, thank you for regaling us with the tales of one bad son in 2022.
There's one quick story I'm going to tell.
Yes, please.
It was devastating for Ryley and I both in a funny way. Ryley, there was a Value Village about 3 blocks less than that, maybe a block and a half from
Is this where you got your show shirt?
No, this is where I got my show hat.
Okay.
Ryley went and found me this really cool. It was green. I was going for the farmer aesthetic too.
Yes,
Right?
you
So
were.
we're going to Saskatchewan. Ryley found this cool green hat, and it just said Canada on it in red writing, and just like the Service Canada font.
Cool.
So just it was pretty cool. And I loved it. I was like, oh, I'm going to wear this hat all the time. Thanks for finding it. It was cheap, whatever else. First song, I took it off, and I went to go throw it straight in the air. And I accidentally threw it into the crowd, and I watched it hit the crowd and basically just evaporate. It was gone
Like
within
into
half
the
a
ocean.
second. And I was like, damn it. I'm never going to get that hat back. And I had it
That's
for maybe
crazy.
6-7 hours,
Maybe we should.
and it was gone.
We should start like some sort of public service awareness campaign
A lost and
to
found.
find the
I'm
hat.
missing,
Because did you put another hat on, or I
No,
saw a
that
picture
was-
of you with the hat
that was
still
the
on,
hat,
right? Okay.
yeah.
And then what about the show shirt? Because we had talked about that. You were like, "This is what I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna grab a nice shirt."
Yeah,
for stage.
I bought a flannel at Walmart,
Yeah.
and that was it. It's
You
been a
threw
long
that
time
into
since
the crowd as well.
No, it's in the laundry.
I bet.
Speaking of show shirts, you brought me back one of the Made in Saskatoon One Bad Son shirts.
So funny story. I don't want to talk numbers or anything. We had boxes and boxes and boxes of those shirts. Shane made that design. Great design. We all loved it.
Yeah.
4 shirts left out of hundreds. They sold.
One's
sold
got
them
my
all.
name on it, right? I don't care if it's a small. I'll wear a half shirt. You guys can have a
Yeah.
look at this belly.
Yeah,
Get in touch with Shane is what you're saying?
when we come
Looking
through
at
for
my
the Tea
gut?
Party shows, we'll stick one in your mailbox.
All right, 4 shirts. You might have to get on that. Start sending your deposit in.
Text right now.
Yeah.
Well, congrats, man. We're very happy
Thanks.
that you got to do that, and that's fucking
Yeah, it was wild.
very cool.
Onwards and upwards.
Hell yeah, man. Well, I'm sorry you weren't at that show, Pete.
It was pretty tough not being there. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I bet.
Not going to lie.
But you can't go to every show.
You can't.
You
and
know
I
that
kept,
by
kept
now.
telling myself that you can't go to every show, even though you want to go to every show.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Are you going to any shows when you got a little Toronto trip?
Hell
coming
yeah.
up? If you got anything planned?
I was sent a link the other day. First of all, going to go see Darlene Congress, which is Pete Van Helvoort's band at the Horseshoe. We just bought our tickets for the Comedy Bang Bang Live podcast at Massey Hall, which I'm very excited. I'm going to take my brother and his girlfriend and even my mom, see if she can handle the wacky, absurdist improv comedy of Scott Aukerman and crew. And then the other day, a listener of the show, Stuart, sent me a link. And it's two floor seats or floor tickets for Jack. So going to see Jack White.
Get the... Really?
Yeah, he fucking
Son of a bitch.
Yep.
Floor seats.
Yeah. Floor. Yeah. Tickets for the floor at Jack Whiteout.
Do me a favor.
Mole
If
Snap
Hotel
Theater,
Yorba
whatever
gets
the fuck
coulda
they're
kept
calling it
that
these
to
days.
if
yourself.
Hotel Yorba gets played, lose your fucking mind. Okay?
I can assure you, the last time I saw Hotel Yorba, unless he played it at X Fest, was probably at this stadium in Toronto on the final White Stripes tour.
Well, then I'll pretend I don't know that he did play it at that X Fest, but we'll say he didn't.
Maybe
Just
he
so you
didn't.
can-
I don't know.
He did.
He did? Okay. Yeah. No, I'm sure that show, I still haven't fully processed that we're going to be going. It's very cool because when I left Ontario, it was pretty much on a whim. I was not in university. Stuart was starting his music degree at Western University for percussion. I don't think he was totally in love with it at the time, and I'm just an asshole and a bad influence. And one night said, "Hey, you want to move to Alberta?" And he was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And about 5 or 6 months later, he had dropped out of school, and we loaded up my 2006 Ford Fusion and hit the road. Now, on that drive, we only had CDs, and I had every White Stripes album, and we just listened to it chronologically.
Mm-hmm.
And I seem to remember trying hard to get him into that band. I may be wrong. He can dispute that. But he officially got big time into Jack White, especially since Jack's put out other material that was a little more directed towards like music fans and less garage rock type stuff. So it's kind of a cool thing that I'm going to, for the first time ever, going to see this musician that we've been listening to together for, over 10 years.
That's amazing.
It's kind of fun. So
That's my biggest concert regret is I had that same
Yeah.
experience where I just slowly got into, and the Stripes were playing the Icky Thump tour, and there's people at work that are like, "Hey, we got an extra ticket." I'm like, yeah,
and here you are,
yeah.
bitching that the fans didn't sing ladder for Hotel Yorba. Look at you now. Complete reversal. Beautiful. So before we go, you mentioned earlier, oh yeah, holy shit, we're halfway through
We're
the year.
halfway through a year.
Now, we just talked about Jack, so leave that second album that just came out of the equation. We'll do that for the second half.
All right, that's fine.
Because it is quite good. But is there anything that's been popping off for the first 6?
Album-wise, well, concert-wise,
Yeah.
because I had thought about this a little bit ahead of time. Anyway, Gang is my favorite show of the year so far.
Right.
Because it was fun. It was just a great whatever.
Yeah.
But still, for me, that Spoon album is still holding up. Lucifer on the Sofa.
Right.
The Rural Alberta Advantage
Yeah.
EP. Sister Ray is definitely right up there. Chastity is right up there as well. I'm trying to think. There's
been a
others
good year.
It has been a very, very. There's so much, but those are the ones those are kind of standouts so far. And the Jack album is. I like the Jack album.
The second one or the first?
The first one. We'll leave the second one for later. But it's funny. I loved it right off the get go, and then as time kind of wears on, it's not holding.
Re-listen values.
Is that fair?
No, I agree. I mean, I haven't revisited it in probably a month at least, but I will be now because I'm going to see him.
And you have listened to so much shit.
Oh yeah, it's been wild. Actually, I have to. So, as far as albums go, I mean, the Chastity record still really, really high up there for me. Keegan Powell's record, Sister Ray's record, that Sham Family EP, which I don't remember when that came out. Their show is probably my favorite set of the year so far.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond that Comeback Kid Misery Signal show, and then I was going back and thinking about our interview with Sister Ray from a few weeks back, and she mentioned this band Blessed, and I went and listened to them. I think they're from Abbotsford or Fernie or something, and it is killer. She said that was the best band in Canada in her opinion at the moment. I think that's what she said. It's fucking really
holds
cool.
up.
Really, really cool.
Okay.
So check that out. But yeah, as far as shows go, Sham Family, that Comeback Kid Misery Signals Cancer Bat show. Seen Chastity a couple times now. Apollo Suns, I was remarkably high for that show, and it was incredible. Like fucking amazing.
Future Islands.
Future Islands. Begonia was
Yeah.
I mean, every show we've pretty much talked about has been spectacular. So
Agreed.
And I went and saw Nope last night. The new Jordan Peele movie.
So, and
Did you
I
see
haven't. No, and I haven't seen the first two Peele movies either because I'm
okay.
not. That's typically not the genre I
You
go
don't watch
towards.
scary or thriller.
But
yeah.
that's what I was gonna say. Like, if I'm not typically into the horrors or even like, is it like supernatural thrillers? Would that be?
No, and you can't
Is it
call
just a
them
mind?
horror movies.
Is it a mind fuck?
They're thrillers for sure. Get Out is I wouldn't consider it a scary movie. There are scary moments, but it is definitely Mindbender, and I have not seen the second one, Us,
Which is Us, yeah.
but went and saw Nope last night, and it was pretty cool.
Okay, that sounds. I
cool.
listened to a podcast with him on it this week.
Which one?
Smartless.
Oh, okay. I got to check that out.
And yeah, just the way that dude's mind operates, and everything that like he started out as he went to school to be a puppeteer.
Yes, he did. I do know that. Yeah. He's a very wildly talented dude.
Very.
Have you seen?
talented.
Have you? Your mic's still on. Have you seen any Jordan Peele movies? Like
I was just gonna say, Get Out. When I saw that movie, like restored my faith in like film.
Yeah.
because
so cool.
he came kind of out of nowhere
Yeah.
and just that movie was incredible.
Yeah.
Like I loved it.
Yeah.
Every part of it.
Do you like alien movies?
Yes.
Well, you're probably gonna like this one.
Sweet. I haven't seen it yet. You and Ryley went yesterday.
Yeah,
you
we
said?
did. We did. Yeah.
It's on my list.
The one thing they talked about in this interview as well was it's already got like a placement on the Universal tour at Universal Studios. Nope.
Oh wow,
So
that makes
like,
sense.
and I think it might be between. I think they might have said it was between like where the Jaws setup is and the Psycho house.
like on the in the
so
theme
if
park. You
you
mean?
if you go to the theme park tomorrow and take the tram tour in the backlot studio,
Yeah.
there's already a Nope section.
Wow,
for it.
that makes a lot of sense actually.
Yeah, which as they
Makes a lot
said,
of
like
sense.
normally it takes a movie to blow up and become huge and become a little bit of a cultural icon before it's
Yeah.
set up there.
Yeah.
It's already got a spot, and it's interactive.
Very cool. Well, I might have to pop over to sunny old Florida.
Or,
No, Anaheim,
or Cali,
California. Where the hell is Universal in
Both.
California?
at Hollywood or Studio City,
Oh, okay.
just north of Hollywood.
Studio City, the place where dreams are mostly crushed. So before we go, thanks for hanging out, gentlemen.
Thank you.
We also have
Thanks
some
for
other
sharing.
friends hanging out here, some silent friends.
Sawback Brewing,
Hello.
Go Services Inc.,
Yes.
Bose Barn Stage.
All in good fighting form last week at the Big Sugar Show.
That is actually very
So
true.
A lot of friends of the show there. It was a good time.
Very true.
And yeah, CCS, Communal Creative Studios. Follow, like, subscribe on YouTube, please God.
Do all the things, and like for as busy as we've been, and the summer has been fucking nuts.
Yeah.
We still manage to be here each and every
Wednesday.
The Road the Stage is produced by Ryan Kuly and Ryley Surian at the Communal Creative Studios in Red Deer, Alberta. In partnership with Go Services Inc., Sawback Brewing Co., Tourism Red Deer, and Bose Bar and Stage.